We are in HSK 3, lesson number 7, grammar point number 1, and we are going to talk about expressing a period of time. What are we referring to here? First of all, we need to make a difference because we've been talking before this grammar point about the time. So it is very important. It's not the same as the time. As you know, in Chinese, we have this structure, basic structure, subject plus time plus place, verb, and object. This is not this part, okay? For example, when we are talking about the time, we have here a very simple sentence. 我今天去商店. Today I go to the shop, okay? So this is a very important part of this grammar point. This is not the same, okay? This is a moment in time. 今天, I'm referring to today, okay? Versus a period of time, the duration of an action, okay? This is the important difference we have to take into account when studying this grammar point. So, what are we referring to? For example, this example here is she worked for 3 years. 她工作了3年. She worked for 3 years. We have the subject, the verb, plus this le particle, okay, to indicate this action has finished, and 3年, the period of time. But we have this other example. 她工作了3年了. She worked for 3 years. But the difference here, as you can see, we have 2 le particles and goes on working. He continues working here, okay? So, important. When we use the first le, we're referring to this completed action, okay? Some people say that this is referred to the past, but this is not absolutely true, okay? Sometimes we use le and we are not referring to the past. We are referring to maybe the future or an action that is going on now. So careful with that, but completed action and the second le help us to understand that this action continues, okay? We started in the past. She started working here 3 years ago, but today she still is working, okay? She continues working here. On page number 58, we have some examples. 她工作了3年. This is example we have just reviewed, okay? She worked for 3 years. Second one, 我们坐了1个小时公共汽车. We go by bus for an hour. Again, we are talking about a period of time, duration of this action of going by bus. Number 3, 你怎么晚到了1刻钟? How did you arrive late a quarter? Late a quarter, okay? We'll be talking also in this lesson about how to express the time. But the important part here, 晚到了, to arrive late, okay? 1 quarter, okay? 1刻钟. 我们唱了2个小时歌. We sang songs for 2 hours. Important, maybe in the past you learned this verb, 唱歌, which means to sing, okay? Usually we say, okay, the meaning of this is sing, but here we can realize that we have one part, 唱 and 歌, we have verb and object, okay? Very important to know which verbs in Chinese are 2-syllable verbs and which ones are, for example, like this one, verb plus an object. Let's see some other examples. I waited at home for an hour. 我在家等了1个小时. I want to use this one to repeat this important part. The difference between have been doing something, continuing in the present time or not, okay? For example, 我学了1年中文. I studied Chinese for a year. The important part here is that this action is finished. I'm not studying now, okay? But the next example, I've been studying Chinese for a year and I continue studying. 我学了1年中文了. Again, we have here 2 le particles. The First one, we understand that this action started in the past, but the second le helps us to understand that this action continues in the present time. I've been driving for an hour. Again, 我开了1个小时车了. I started driving 1 hour ago, and I'm continuing doing this action. Okay, so I've been driving for an hour. I'm now on the car. I continue driving. So, expressing a period of time.